Now, when Java was created, typically any language would be of the sort that you write your code in readable form that humans can read, and computers understand only machine language. So these two things are there. We want to talk to computer, so computer learns, understands machine language. We as a human are good at talking human readable languages, let's say English, French and all. Now some mediator is needed in between who can convert our code into the code that machine understands. This tool typically we call as compiler. So in nutshell, if we have to say what is compiler, compiler is nothing but a software program which takes our code or a file and converts that into what computer understands. In real world, translator is the word that we use for such things. If I speak, let's say English, and other side person understands Punjabi, and I need someone who understands English and Punjabi both, who can hear English, convert that into Punjabi. That way we can talk to another person. So compiler is the one who converts our program that we will be writing to the program that machine can understand. Now in Java terminology, what they did, I mean previous languages before Java had this structure that language code will be there, compiler will be there, you'll be converting that to a language that computers understand. Now what happened, in computers there are various operating systems. So Windows understands different language, Mac understands different language, and Linux understands different language. That means if we are writing one piece of code, we need one compiler for Mac which can convert our code into Macintosh code, another compiler if we are writing code for Windows, another compiler will convert into Windows code, third compiler will convert it to Linux code. So this is where people of Java said this is not a good idea, that for every platform why should we require a different compiler? Why can't we there one compiler which compiles the code, and once the code is compiled it can be run on any of these machines, Mac, Linux and Windows. Can someone tell what is that concept called? If we have one piece of code which can be run on any machine architecture, there is some term given, and Java, this is considered to be one of the significant advantages of Java. Anyone? I'll write it as Java is a dash independent language. Anyone can help me fill this blank?
That is platform independent language.
Absolutely. Yeah, Neha, thank you. So this is called platform independent, and reason it is called platform independent is it is said you write Java code, compile it, and once you have compiled code can be run anywhere, can be run on any platform. And here when we say platform we mean Windows, Mac or Linux. Sometimes this property is also called as Cora. Java supports Cora, which is compile once, run anywhere. Run anywhere. Now to support this compile once and run anywhere, what Java people did, they did it like this. They said you have a Java program, use Java compiler, and Java compiler will convert this Java code into something called as ByteCode. Now ByteCode is not the machine code, is not the code that machine can understand and run directly. It's not the computerized code, it's ByteCode. Now this ByteCode can be run by another program that is called JVM. JVM converts this bytecode into machine code. So this converts into machine code. In real world, if you see this analogy, what we are talking about is if a person who understands Punjabi, Telugu, French, let's say there are 3 people who speak these languages, what we are saying to them is you find one person who can convert your language into English. If letter comes into English language, from English anyone can read it. Or there are more English speaking people who can read your language, who can read your letter or your story and convert into corresponding language that people understand. So this is the model that Java adopted. So bytecode and JVM are the key components or key architectural changes that they made to make Java platform independent. because of which every code compiled once to bytecode. Bytecode can be run on any platform, and people in Sun Microsystems, earlier Java was owned by Sun, later on acquired by Oracle. So those people wrote JVM for every separate OS. So they wrote JVM for Mac, JVM for Windows, and Java Virtual Machine for Linux. So that means we have to install JVM on our machine to run the bytecode. And if we want to compile the code, we have to install compilers. So there are two parts. Here we need to compile our code to convert our code to bytecode, and the machine on which we want to run it, their bytecode has to be converted to machine language. So there we need JVM. Hope this concept of JVM, okay, let me write JVM and bytecode is clear. So the full form of JVM is Java Virtual Machine, and this is the bytecode.